Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining me once again for chapter 4 of Archie Unplugs the Internet. This book right here. It's been an amazing response so far to all the books and all the chapters that have came out recently, and hopefully tonight will be no different. It's been lovely hearing all your feedback, and it's been lovely interacting with you. Because it is difficult just now, isn't it? Because we can't really interact with each other, but it's really nice to get your feedback on this. My daughter made me this today. It's like she called it a inny outy twisty thing. So before we get started on chapter 4, let's have a quick recap on what's been happening. So we met President Ronald Shrimp, who loves to chirp. And he announced that he will be chirping something very soon, an announcement that could change the world forever. We also met Archie and his mum and his sister Abby and his dad. Mum, Dad and Abby are all obsessed with their devices, and Archie isn't so much. Archie noticed a bush in his back garden, but he didn't know where it came from, and when he investigated it, he found a plug. What did this plug do? He unplugged it. And then he waited. And now we'll find out what happens next. Hopefully. Archie Unplugs the Internet. Chapter 4. 5,572 miles away, President of the World Ronald Shrimp was tossing and turning in his sleep. A few hours earlier, Shrimp had chirped an announcement that only he knew about. His advisors, his wife, and not even his son knew what was going to be announced. Shrimp was very excited. As President of the World, Shrimp had the power to do pretty much whatever he wanted. So he thought. He would hire and fire people as he pleased. He'd buy beautiful parts of the countryside and open very posh hotels where only his idea of the elitist of the elite would be welcome. If people lived where he wanted his new fancy hotels to go, he would just force them to leave. Shrimp's main goal in life was to become the richest man in the world. He knew that the internet was the key to beating Terence D. Task, the current richest man in the world. Task was the man who created the internet back in 1983. Shrimp, as the shrewd businessman that he is, knew he could make a lot of money from Task's invention. And he has. Billions. He was going to make an announcement that would change the internet, and probably the world, forever. Shrimp's speech sat on the table, folded next to his tablet, which was constantly lighting up with chirp notifications. The announcement read, "My fellow worldians, as your leader, it is my duty to tell you some very important news. The internet has been such an important part of what we do in our lives for so long that it's time to make it even better. And let's be honest, there is literally no one more qualified than me to do this. So, starting from next week, I, Ronald Shrimp, President of the World, have placed the orders to my technical team at the Bright House to take control of the world's internet. This means for you that you will still have the internet service, but it will be on a pay-as-you-go basis. And you will pay the Bright House $1 for every minute of internet that you use from then on. Your internet will be faster, it will be better, and you'll be able to watch dick flicks at a smoother, more reliable connection, and we will do this without even changing a single thing. This is a non-negotiable law, and will begin rolling out next week. Thank you." Little did he know, a little boy on the other side of the world would make this plan very difficult. And that is the end of chapter 4. So what's going to happen next? Why don't you let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen next? And why not tell somebody about our nightly readings of Archie Unplugs the Internet? If I'm being honest with you folks, for everybody, this is very hard. It's really hard not to see people. It's really hard not to interact with people. And the only people that you get to interact with are the people that you live with. And sometimes, I know, sometimes we can get on each other's nerves. But what's important is that we know that we have each other. Yeah, okay, if we're going to fight, we're going to fight. And we're going to argue, we're going to argue. But we will get through it. The entire world is going through what we are going through right now. And we're not alone. And that is what's important to remember. Be there for your family. Be there for the people that you can't see just now. And just be safe. I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 5. Bye.